Hi, it's me. I'm back with another Zomboid stream. My test. My test. My test. My test. My test. Okay, my voice isn't that deep fried. Probably because Discord is not being used. Hi, it's me back with another Zomboid stream, and without further ado, let's hope the day is bright now, bright enough. 5:20. The sun is about to rise. The moon is still up. Right, let us visit the town of Rosewood. Okay, I'll be running through all the different towns, trying to uh, curate all the custom builds, special safe houses. I may or may not have all the background knowledge of those locations, especially if they have been built in the recent 1.5 years. But at least we will have it on paper that I've seen it. So let us go. Starting with the entrance to the town of Rosewood. Okay, following the destruction of all the wooden walls on the ground, second and third floor, I have replaced them with metal fences, more durable, more see-through, less destructive on the view, except that the aftermath of all that building has left Rosewood without the wood. Trees completely leveled. Yeah, I placed the high visibility vest as an arrow. Gas station for Rosewood, and these three cars, okay, they look slightly used. The gas station for Rosewood was used as a base at some point. And why do I say so? Because on the second floor, it looks like someone has placed additional boxes, sheet ropes, water dispenser. Someone made this place their base. Okay, while leaving the ground floor, default shelves largely untouched, even the fridge as well. Okay, this is the remnants of the castle in the air. like the fire truck used for yesterday's outing has been left derelict here after being wrecked. Engine quality 100. Okay, the most striking landmark in B41 Death Legion in Rosewood will be the Rosewood Community Church, Community Center. Here the church has been outfitted with all sorts of items, a rooftop farm, the neighboring house converted into a safe house car park. Okay, not that it's actually in use right now. Okay, and this is the ground floor garden. Just a regular zombie, not a survivor. Okay, skill books, clothing, equipment, water, place for cooking. And because Rosewood has hit its population target once of more than 20 people, so they have been outfitted with a well, courtesy of yours truly, and half a gas station. Okay, just one half. They only needed one gas pump anyway. Uh, there are gas stations to the north and south of the town. This is just for convenience. Okay, and now the inner sphere of Rosewood. Okay, the internal has been walled off as well. The wooden walls have been replaced with metal walls. Base boost, no. Okay, when a player base gets too demolished, where everything inside the house has been reduced to nothing, not even containers, I tend to reset the house. So this is just a default house that has been slightly edited, not the main base that people expect. Okay, all the boxes inside the previous constructed safe house has been moved to this garage, and a few more on the outside. Okay, this is just another house that has been reset. This safe house is bogey 2608. again, this is his base in total, and if he's coming back to play, hope repairing your car will make your experience better. This house is unoccupied. This house used to be occupied by the inhabitants. Has been gone for a very long time. I thought I saw, yeah, broken glass. This is also a very old abandoned safe house. Items are still around. Okay, not too big, but the previous inhabitants has built up vertically, at least. Okay, this is also an abandoned safe house. Owner has been gone for very long. The only things remaining are the mannequins. The safe house is slightly more extensive. Hold on, I have to go and test my microphone again. Why is it that bad? Monitor. Monitor and output. Majority of the Rosewood houses are reduced to default. Some of the more extensively built safe houses are along this stretch of road. Okay, starting from this house, this looks like a proper player base with all the lock walls. All the furniture has been dismantled. Additional cabinets, storage on the upper floors. Well, this place just looks sad. I wonder where all the crates went. This house has been resettled before. That's why I moved all the crates out just to store them. Okay, this player seemed to have made their house a bit more elaborate with plastered walls, painted, and the entire interior wooden floored, probably in an effort to raise their carpentry level. And this should be the garage. Zombies have made good work of it. Some of the walls have been destroyed. Trees all leveled just to build more walls. I know I was there. So what's left is walls built by me, and there's a break in the wall. No point repairing. And this is one of the main reasons why there are zombies also found in the interior of Rosewood. Number one, the gates are left open. Number two, the walls are being hacked down. Okay, the exterior mansions slightly more built up, but they have been left alone to their own devices for too long. Very abundant. Construction half finished. This is supposed to be the garage. Garage is empty. A bar on top, but it's not fitted with drinks, food. A working toilet. However, no rim barrels on top. Pretty much just a default house. a 4-tile gate. 2 tiles have been demolished by zombies and replaced with log walls because that's the extent of the player's carpentry level. Will be a good place to live in if not for the fact that people have ravaged all its supplies. Yeah, probably need to buy a new mic. Why does the mic sound so soft? Okay, an attempt to keep the roadways of Rosewood safe by putting wooden frames to slow down the advance of zombies. Okay, the Rosewood fire station. There was an attempt by a player to make this place a community center. This player was ignorant that Rosewood Church is already the community center, and he spent too much time doing unnecessary builds, like putting low level crates, building excessive amount of rim barrels, and decorating the outside with trash. Yeah, the trash were collected from elsewhere and then placed as furniture here. Okay, and so this is more or less the overview of uh, inner Rosewood. Now let's go to the greater Rosewood area. Well, someone tried to live here, was well built. Guess it's overrun with zombies right now. And what's with the number of graves? This is too many. Looks like a proper fort. Not a good fort, but still a fort. Okay, complete with the US flag. Rosewood Prison is largely untouched. No one has decided to build there. Okay, nothing over here. Houses are much largely default. No one has decided to venture this far away from Rosewood. Oh, did someone put a lock wall here? GCF falls. Okay, I have fixed the construction flag. Okay, no custom built here. No custom build here. A makeshift driveway, some log walls. Insides are largely untouched. Which is quite unusual. Nope, nothing over here. No one has taken all the hay bales. They are still around. Looks like the log walls are incomplete. They should be blocking out the forest as well, but it didn't. School bag. Okay, another player base. This one slightly more elaborate. Okay, with carpentry level 7, rim barrels level 2. A well fleshed out interior, water dispenser, supply crates. Okay, your wardrobe, your supply room. Okay, largely furniture's all dismantled. Looks like someone else got to his base. This is all that remains of it. Okay, the farms east of Rosewood. What do they have? They have zombies. A player tried to make a living here. As you can see, these are all the cars they collected. This is still not the most elaborate of car collections, but it is an amount of cars in one place which is more than undesirable. With the amount of zombies around, might not be a good place to live. All the forest has been reduced to nothing. Someone has been cutting trees here. Some of the furniture is dismantled. And why is everything on the floor? VHS, a surprisingly good collection of almost everything. Crates outside, all filled up. Someone has been living their life here. Okay, but despite all that living, this is not a very good way to live. Grafmir's Big Blue Set. Yota's Go Back. Starter back courtesy of NRR. Not a familiar group. Guess someone lived their lives here away from my prying eyes. Okay, anyone converted this part of the farm? Nope, largely untouched. Probably just here to take the cabinets if there were any. Okay, these have all been restored to default. Nothing much here. And I guess this is all there is to see in Rosewood and Greater Rosewood. Okay, let us go to Riverside. Riverside has a lot more builds. More players in the past have decided to make this place their home. Okay, this small church wasn't used as a community center. Nothing here. This place was deliberately kept well maintained. This is the Riverside Auto Center. Free guns, free vehicles, an entire compound made of sand converted from the scrapyard. Scrapyard has become a proper car depository. Courtesy of Blair, this is one man's work. Most of the suburb house should be left untouched. Okay, the occasional furrows, the occasional filled graveyards, but the inside of the house unlivable. So if I see someone's base like this with furnitures all dismantled and nothing left to salvage, this is what I do. Return it to nothing. This is a kill zone where the zombies kill you. Okay, someone slashed the walls to make this an indoor car park. Okay, a relatively well made player base, but this player didn't stay long on the server. A fishing dock. custom player base where this player has stayed on the server for quite a while. Okay, look at the builds that he has done. Okay, the standard anti-zombie layout. Okay, a fence, crates, and an opaque wall so that there's no line of sight. It is not possible for players to climb over. Okay, you can't climb. Well, I used to know the player who has lived here. He spent much of his time decorating his base. Well elaborately done. He has went to some extreme corners in the west. Okay, the house looks relatively ordinary, but then what's extraordinary, right, is the walls that he has built for himself. These are not crates, these are hay bales. He has traveled the farmlands just to collect all this. Okay, sandbags from the factories. As you can see from the number of hay bales, this reflects the amount of effort he has put in. Okay, the community water point. How much water do you have? How do I see the amount of water? Okay, 400. This this is very inconsiderate of players to leave the composter, dismantle the wall just in order to gain access to the compound. Very inconsiderate. Player zombie? Player zombie. Okay, this part of Rosewood isn't as built up as the other parts of Rosewood. Mostly are left looking default. No one has made this place their permanent home for too long. What? Speaking of permanent home, who's Benjita? I do not know him. This is supposed to be considered a vacant home. No one's lived in. This as well. No signs of living. Okay, wooden walls with crates, fences, and someone inconsiderate once again, dismantling to make a path. Now look at all the zombies. I resetted this house once. That's why everything looks relatively default. What were the roofs taken out? Why can I fall off the second floor? Yeah, in any case, it has been proven that in the long term, wooden walls, wooden fences, all stand no chance against zombies. Okay, no one's living here for long enough. They are only living long enough to dismantle the furniture. X broken. Delete. Not that it matters. There's too many items on the ground for one X to make an impact. This stretch of buildings shouldn't be too lived in. Don't see why anyone would want to live here. But the zombie population around here seems less dense, so it still makes for comfortable living. Okay, the telltale marks of someone going through this place. And looking at the amount of cars here, it has been abandoned for quite some time after someone has lived in. What's that over here? 245 strips, 314 strips. Someone took the crates, leaving all these things on the floor. Eventually. And the griefer has made exits in all four cardinal points on the base. Griefing, this is what we call griefing. The houses are walled, but it's not being lived in. Okay, this house looks different. It's walled as well, but then there's rain barrels and lock walls. The player has paid more attention to their living conditions. Okay, the telltale signs of someone grieving. And this is one of the standard build layout for the past players. Okay, a log wall, unprotected by anything, just waiting for the zombies to chew on them. Okay, these walls are chewed from the inside. This is the Riverside Community Center. Okay, rather than the church itself being the community center, it is all the surrounding compound that is being made into the community center. Okay, this is not a house, a default house that has been taken over. This was a custom build made from scratch. Okay, if you were to see the Project Zomboid map, you will not see this building existing. 100% player made, complete with annex building, a control center, an overhead bridge with window view, and a third floor. Okay, this is the gym, the rest and relaxation room section, the skill book section. Oh, rest in peace, bogging. I never knew you were here. Toilet and laundry room. Third floor, no sky garden, but we have a mini golf, a putting station. Do not take this generator. If you steal the generator, you will not be able to use this tanker. And the tanker referring to the half a gas pump place because of the population size of Riverside. And if you have any misgivings, why not come here and settle it out in the boxing ring? No, this is not a boxing ring, this is just a place for you to lay traps while still being inside the compound. Okay, the wooden walls has been replaced with custom built chain link fences. Okay, cars for the community. Okay, on this end, okay, I have built additional picket iron fences to blend in with the natural surroundings. Okay, all these where these metal fences stood, okay, were previously just wooden walls. I've converted the wooden walls into metal fences for aesthetic reasons, as well as for to reduce the destruction caused by zombies as they chew through the wooden walls. Okay, this place is more longer lived. Players here have built up more stuff for themselves, and if the houses were not reduced to default by me, houses should be well built. Okay, most of these houses will have water barrels, or at least a second and third floor. Why aren't I falling? What a strange bug. Okay, this is a more well-built community. It has been around for ages. It is this will be what you call an abundant base complex. Safe house that somehow connects to each other. Probably can't see it from this angle. How about now? Okay, as you can see, walls here, walkways connecting two houses. And someone has made this wall rainbow colored. Okay, this is more of a flex rather than making a statement. Shows that you have managed to collect different colored pin. This is a custom footpath, shortcut from the default road, connecting from one road to another. This is a graveyard. Wait a minute. Purple walls. The house doesn't look lived in. Okay, this house must have been reset to default. Lots of farming being done, but then the walls don't hold up. This player has built a one tile wide floor tiles around its perimeter to prevent people from climbing. Uh, Now that I've used fast move to move vertically, can't really move, can't really travel up and down levels. Okay, there was an attempt to keep zombies at bay. The gates. Nothing much on this side. Mostly perimeter walls to keep out players from climbing over to their fences. But then they don't really do much against zombies. Okay, so we have covered the downtown Riverside. Let us try to see if there has been any elaborate buildings along its waterfront. Okay, someone has built a custom mansion, okay, around the Riverside Hotel. Considerable effort has been spent. As you can see, a lot of these walls are plastered. Crates, crates being emptied out. 27 socks. I guess the socks are what you get from fishing. Okay, this tent has been destroyed. Welcome to the Riverside Community Center Fishing House. Enjoy your stay. Feel free to use all facilities, but please use facilities responsibly. Riverside Community Center, right of the school, left of the gated community. Lots of zombies along the riverside. Okay, and this is another elaborate build. Someone spent considerable effort. But I think this place wasn't built by a player. Okay, there's no way you can have a dirt, a coast this far out in the river. Can I go out the second floor? No, I cannot. Well, just admire you from a distance. Well built, well defended. Okay, and this is another player build just outside the Riverside bait shop. It seems only to be just consisting of external fencing, very minimal cooking setup, and a second floor escape. But what's more interesting is that someone has spent effort here to build something a little bit further up, and the path seems to be able to lead across to the other side of the river. Okay, their very own escape from Riverside. Okay, let's look at the spawn point, the trailer park at Riverside. I only seem to recall one place being built, and this seems to be the place This used to connect one, two, three, four houses together. Okay, there's a lot of gardening being done here, all the seeds and seed packets. But now everything has been dismantled for experience. Nothing I can see and tell here. Scrap metal, not spare engine parts. The sad state of a player base that has been well made. All the other trailer houses should be relatively untouched. Not a player base, just normal trailers. Yep, nothing much. How about the outskirts of Riverside? Let's see, where should I visit first? How about taking the road up? Nothing. Nothing. Something, but not very impressive. Okay, someone made this their home, but they didn't stay long enough to build anything worthwhile. Okay, this is a fishing house, but largely unfinished. All these cars are being wrecked. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Things on the floor, but this building is largely untouched. Nope. We have cars here. Somebody has tried to hot vehicles. Okay, this looks like a proper player base with generator, water, propane barbecue pit. But it looks like the player is not able to repair cars. Look at all the sorry state of the hood and windshield. Hmm? Police cars, not fit for driving. Looks like someone is either a default vehicle spawned to block the roads, or someone just lost interest and left their engines idle. Okay, nothing elaborate. Nothing being built here. Someone has lived here but hasn't been building. Now it's just an abandoned base. East Riverside doesn't seem to have a lot of human activity. General store. This used to be a convenience store. This convenience store has been taken over by a player. The interior has been remodeled. Nothing useful spawns here anymore. The result of somebody trying to be wise, but not wise enough. They could have just left the default shelves there, not build anything, leave it standing for maybe a week. Let the construction flag reset to default and enjoy items spawning there. Nope, nothing worthwhile. Nothing to see here. How about the factory area? The abandoned factory? Will anyone make this place their forever home? Doesn't look like anyone has tried building over here. Homes are vacant. Okay, this is an ambulance from the start of the server. It has to be at least 4 years old. Um, I'm hitting ping numbers that I've never seen before. 1541 ping. Well, since this is like the last 12 to 24 hours before build 42 gets released, looks like all the dedicated servers are chugging along, struggling to give semblance of playtime. Okay, my ping has dropped down to 352, but then the world isn't loading for me. And if the world isn't loading, okay, please wait while I log out and log in once again, just to load the map section. Well, I needed to log out anyways, since fast moving has broken my ability to travel up to the second floor. I hate my headset. Why is the microphone so soft? Okay, what's my ping? At a unhealthy 372. McCoy logging. Nobody seemed to have wanted to dismantle these wooden frames. They wouldn't have traveled here anyways. Nothing along, no builds. Okay, someone made this their house. Garage. A wooden composter blocking entrance to the interior of the house. Well stocked up kitchen. Well decorated second floor. Generators. Water barrels. Well built. No no perimeter walling because no zombies around. You don't have to keep zombies out if there are no zombies. Okay. Nothing along the factory. Okay, let's see if there's any custom builds along the roads leading up to nowhere. What? Two school bags? Dead zombies? Did someone come here recently? Was it yesterday? Nope, nothing along this road. How about this road? Anyone started building? 93.2 LBMW radio. And why are the cars so wrecked around it? No hood, no windshield. A hood that has been repaired 11 times. Nothing elaborate. The only way to access the second floor is by sheet rope. Small bar. No idea why people drop jeans here. Okay, looks like a broadcasting station. Oh, okay. This is uncharted territory. Doesn't seem like any player has built their bases here. Someone died long ago, leaving only their clothing. Okay, the reason I'm traveling this far out into unknown territory is because I remember that someone has decided to make their base here. So their base should be somewhere around the build-out area. Even though nothing spawns here, it is the player's choice to want to live in such a desolate area. Okay, and here it is. Someone has decided to build their base here. A player built custom house. This house is also custom built and plastered. Don't ask me how they managed to get that amount of plaster. This amount of plaster requires a large amount of effort. Effort all around. Okay, not entirely fleshed out, but the bare minimum furniture, the bare minimum architectural design. I don't think they managed to put one rim barrel yet. So the only source of clean water is the water body, the water dispenser. Where's all the cars? No cars nearby. Okay, and I think this is all for Riverside, Greater Riverside. No, there's still one more area, the country club. Yeah, the country club. Someone has decided to make this their base, and they have built along this stretch. Let's go take a look. And as you can see from wow, that's a lot of zombies. Are there supposed to be this many zombies around? Yeah, it's a good question. Let's check if the zombies are authentic. Oh, they are all authorized. Okay. I understand what this means. This means that this compound is well enclosed. Mm, no custom built on this house. No custom built on this house, but it looks like it's been lived in. Maybe just furniture dismantled. Okay, lived in. Someone has made this place their garden. Green barrels, vehicles, an antique stove and a water dispenser. Someone has lived here before. And someone has died here drinking bleach. Not much of a custom build. Interiors, not so good either. Cars, cars, many of them. Supplies, not so much. Custom build, not so much. And the zombies wouldn't have gotten into this compound in the first place if the gate is closed. Well, too late to close it. I don't want to be hunting zombies inside. Okay, and the other gate is open as well. So the two open gates contributed to the zombies getting inside. Walls, just walls. Mm, not high on the supply. Nothing. Cars, nothing. Not a farm. I guess the player who lived here didn't play for too long. He played long, but not long enough. Deer Head Lake. This campsite, the only thing that's significant about it is the Fortress of Solitude. Oops. Yeah, this is a prison. This is a custom prison being made to contain players who have been more than naughty. Currently no inhabitants. No one was made to die inside here. And even if they died, their corpses are no longer here. Okay, so how about the blue color campsites? Did anyone build here? Okay, not on this campsite. How about the welcoming center? Okay, someone has lived here. They probably had a good time with much area storage. But I don't think they have a lot of supplies. Probably just a bare minimum. Enough water to go by. It's not too elaborate of a build. Okay, where else would there be someone's house? Somewhere in the middle of the farms. This is someone's safe house, but they didn't start building. Okay, next. Nothing over here. Someone has lived here, but this is quite messy. No elaborate builds. "25 magazines. Okay, the player has only lived enough to put down shelves and walls. Nothing too elaborate. Signs of live in, but not much of a build. Looks like the farm area. Not too many mega structures. Okay, so that's for Riverside, the farm area, Falas Lake. Much Ridge also doesn't contain a lot of elaborate buildings, but I would like to show you the Much Ridge Community Center. Okay, this is the Much Ridge Community Center. Looks like they visited this place as well. It's like a queue. It's like a queue zone. Okay, the auto section of the community center, all the work of a single person. The children's play area has been converted into a library. Lots of metal crates. Okay, the blue lockers from schools have been moved here. Barricades. Huh? Yeah, looks like the zombies have gotten into the compound. Second floor. How much did they change the layout? Yeah, since this is a community center and not a school, it doesn't have most of the school facilities. But I see that some of the furniture has been either disassembled or moved away. Okay, and other than that, much reach pretty much consists of just one place, which is player build. But wait, I think I remember somewhere else also with a player build. Not exactly part of the much reach town, but it is a custom player house that leads into the forest. Here, yeah, player has called this place in the woods their home. Wooden floors. Yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why the server is so unstable back in the days. Too many items on the floor. Well built up. Player has high carpentry and lots of wood to work with. Balcony overlooking the surrounding forest. This part of the forest doesn't have a lot of zombies, so good for them. In the middle of Marsh Ridge, but I think the path continues up to the highway. Okay, nothing much being built around here. So that's it for Marsh Ridge. Let's move on to Muldraugh. Muldraugh. Let's start with this intersection. Okay, this intersection was made as a rest stop by a player. As you can see, plenty of water, garage, a bar. Where did they get all these white tiles? Did they tear out some kitchen flooring? Recon Kiwi. This is the place he built for himself. Okay, this is the beginning of trying to wall off Muldraugh Highway. Two schools of thought, sandbags, composters, metal fences. Someone tried to live here, but they didn't live long enough. Good thing they didn't trash the place. Okay, diner has been restored. Nothing here. VHS store, not trash. The police station. Whoa, that's a lot of zombies. Are these zombies supposed to be here? 33 unauthorized zombies. Let's try to cut them down to size. Okay, there used to be a sheet rope attached here so that the players can climb up. So this is their vertical slice of life. This is a player built wall. The player built walls can be demolished by zombies. So it's just unfortunate. Okay, so much wooden walls. And now then can protect from the zombies. Did someone die in the car? Teddy bear and the Spiffo mascots. Okay, this is one of the more elaborately built player safe house in Muldraugh. Just one of them. One of many. Muldraugh player bases have quite a history behind it. The early players have built up quite a lot. Okay, maybe not as much. Okay, so many chopped trees, but then nobody collecting it for carpentry. Okay, large space. Also chopped trees, but then no building. The abandoned office building. Okay, someone was building behind the office building, laying perimeter wall frames to keep zombies out. Or were they actually planning to build solid wood walls? Mr. Marty's keyring. To whomever finds this, I made pee in this water bottle. Alright, thanks for telling us. Okay, the factory on South Muldraugh. Warehouse. The Rusty Rifle Tavern. Someone has made this place their home. They have a perimeter walled up the parking lot, the tavern, water dispenser inside, supply crates. Is there a living space on top? No, but there are water barrels. Okay, more barrels on top. And a lot of plasters. Okay, this is the trailer park section on South Muldraugh. The place has been walled up, perimeter walls, custom building. Someone has tried to recreate the trailer park. They probably stopped halfway. Okay, this is another walled out section of the trailer park. Okay, this player uses metal instead of wood. A lot more sturdier, but then if zombies still decide to bang on these walls, they won't hold up. Oh, there's still stairs going up. Eh, Probably just to enclose the place as a room. Okay, small and cozy, but metals walls all around. Significant effort has been made to build up this place. Okay, after going to the poor man's area, now let's go to the rich man's area. The detached houses. Wow, perfectly maintained. Not many bushes and grasses. But someone has disassembled the wall to gain entry, so everything has turned into nothing. A break in the wall. Can't keep out the zombies anymore. Server save data corruption. Your home got restored to factory settings due to an outage. Please look for me to get back items you remember, and possibly some building materials. Post them to Discord if you have to. Sign another Silo. Hey, that's me. And that is the reason why there are walls, but the houses don't look well built. Maybe the interiors got restored to factory settings. Uh, Not this house though. This house had so many rain barrels on the shed. But this area definitely got restored. Okay, as you can see, the wall stopped midway. So from here to here, corrupted. This patch of grass greenery here corrupted. There are no longer any stairs that leads up. No sheet roads on the ground floor leading up. I wonder if these chairs are legit. So many chairs at the same place. No elaborate build here. No elaborate build here. Just walls. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to alarm you. Okay, there's a custom path leading to the lake, but then no one's building a mansion in the middle of the water. Just they've only cleared the surrounding area of trees, but then no fantastic build. Okay, just a perimeter fence, nothing elaborate inside. Nothing inside. Someone died behind the store. Who's that? Nestor Farley. No idea who he is. Okay, a perimeter building half completed. Ah, yes, this place. I remember. Someone had the ambitious idea of turning this grass patch into a mega base. The mega base will be encircled by all these wooden wall frames. Everything inside will be considered a base, ground floor, garage, and then if they decide to build higher, those will be the living spaces. But unfortunately, the player didn't stay long enough to finish his dream. All that's left is his prepared furniture, free for zombies to attack. The wall frames stuck up. Other than that, nothing much. Well, people brought the wood, sawed it, but never turned it into anything more than just planks. This is the Muldraugh Community Center. The Muldraugh Community Center is built inside the church. Well, this church has seen better days. Okay, the house is slightly better because no zombies ever travel inside. Yeah, this area also suffered a map corruption. Now all the higher level floors right cannot be reached because they simply don't exist anymore. Okay, a bad way to go, but such is life. Uh, where else? There's not much other than the mansion row in the rich man section. The trailer park is not being made into a permanent house. Let's try to see if downtown Muldraugh did anyone successfully live here in a player base. Yeah, they did. This was once a player safe house in the middle of zombie invested Muldraugh, but they didn't stay long enough. Okay, the player stayed long enough to build the walls, but the zombies have undone them. Okay, all this section with the planks below, yeah, zombies brought the wall down. Nothing much, nothing much, nothing much. You store it. Someone tried to make this place their base, and in doing so, they broken the item respawn for 1 row, 2 row, and 3 rows of storage. Okay, the player has decided to make the second floor a home and decided to put wooden flooring all along. So mean to say, right, at one point in time there was stairs leading up, rim barrels, wooden floors. The whole place was a living area. Relatively safe as long as this gate wasn't destroyed. Okay, so once the gate is closed, someone can actually comfortably live above, but then nothing was spawned below. Uh, it raised a complaint, and I've decided to remove the whole building entirely. Okay, fossil gas station at Muldraugh. Something has changed here. I remember that it is more than just a roof. It is supposed to be having supply crates, something above, generator, and now it's just a simple road leading upstairs. Mm, so the last thing on Moldrov's menu would be this area. Okay, custom. There was a custom base somewhere in the woods. Let's go take a look. Smoky's Salon and Restaurant. I think people are here just to dismantle. It used to be a player base. I have restored some sections of the building, and it's still a player's base. Who claimed this? Ah, Chief KP. Welcome back. Just in time to start on the B42 server. Okay, someone try to do more with this area. This lake has seen more signs of life than the lake further down south. Okay. Okay, follow the path and you shall arrive at the farm area, which is also a mega base. Mr. Beagle's Emporium. mega base indeed. As you can see, the amount of effort put into rooms and making a roof, making a farm. And this is the main building. Someone raided the mall just to be able to put all these things here. And this house here is the default safe house section. Garage. Hey, where did all the cars go? I think all the serviceable cars have been driven off by other players. Not much left on the transport. Okay, let's try going up to the higher floors, see how they connect. Third floor? Spiffo. Someone ripped the Spiffo mascot sign. Okay, it's a pity that due to life circumstances, the player cannot continue playing, but he has did much for the server in terms of providing an escape from the zombie population in Muldraugh. Okay, next these three lakes have some buildings built along them. Also player custom builds. This is just a fishing shack. And this is the player built sand driveway. Connects to the Muldraugh Highway. Forrest Gump's keyring still here, untouched. And welcome to another player megabase. Okay, so that's one building. There's another building as well, slightly less elaborate but more complex. Metal walls for the garage, wooden walls for the living area. Wow, that's tall. Floor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, floor 5, not 7. But there's floor 6. What's on floor 6? Okay, just stack his up. Okay, a lot more ambitious than the other building. Unfortunately, the vehicles that he has collected stripped for parts. Okay, where else? Uh, Fort Baba. In between the train yard, there lies a ambitious project. Metal fences all around, all eaten up by zombies. A gigantic fort. Probably have to go to the upper floors just to have a better look. Unfortunately, since everything is wood, uh, if there is a zombie around, everything just gets eaten up. Okay, second floor still not the highest, there's still one more floor up. As you can see, the corners are defended. Turrets. Wood walls with crates in between. Okay, this will uh, reduce the chance. No, this will slow down the advance of zombies. But with no one around to shoot at them, eventually they get into the fort. Okay, so much material, so much effort to build. And in the end, raided. Uh, let's see if I can get up to the third floor. Third floor? No, third floor is unroofed. This isn't a room. Yeah, it's all outdoors. There's no roof. So it's just the first and second floor. Hey, Jerry! Smile, you're on camera. Okay, where else? Okay, so this is about all for Muldraugh. I know Dixie has some elaborate builds. Let me just yeah, visit Dixie for a while. Welcome to the Dixie floor art. Visit JRPA. Okay, this place is supposed to be a walled off area such that no zombies are able to come in. But there must be a break in the wall or the gate somewhere. Maybe the faction base isn't in the Dixie trailer park but somewhere outside. Is it this area? Nope. This is just one player's base, not an entire faction. Okay, this looks artificial. I guess we have arrived. Faction base, graveyard, kill zone, the interior living area. I wonder what this is supposed to be. No, I don't think this is the faction base, but this is quite an elaborate build. You have metal flooring, metal walls for 2 levels. There's quite a number of resources being invested. Where else would it be? How about this area? It's a clearing on the map. Okay, no one's building anything on it. I wonder if following the train tracks will lead me to the faction base. Is this it? Is this part of the faction base compound? Still a bit too empty of supplies. And this looks more like a train checkpoint more than a faction base. And these logs these logs made a path leading to the nearby campsite. Okay, let's continue searching for that Muldraugh woodcutter's base before we go and visit the south. Oh, welcome to Rock City. New to the game or just this server? Lost my account though. Yeah, I know Jerry. Yeah. I see you are together with Jerry. Until he pipe bomb me for fucking up his car. The deep law. Okay, so glad you are here to have a last look. It was an unimportant car, by the way. He did it for the love of the game. No, he just doesn't like you. Okay, I think that's about all. Let's go look at the campsite. Are you joining the B42 Death Legion server when it's created? Will you return to the game? Looks like this campsite is home to someone ambitious. Ambitious indeed. This is an entire fleet of cars collected. Well repaired, looking at the condition of the hood. Too many cars for my liking, but since I've never been to this part, I guess this is the faction base. The mother lode. Hallmarks of Forrest Gump, who likes golf, and the green patch. But this place will be missed. Water dispenser. And a well-made clearing. Where does this lead to? It leads to another lake, another fishing shed. I don't think this side of the lake is being utilized. Huh? Mouse Mayer's keyring. Probably attacked by a zombie while fishing. Okay, before we get to West Point, let's visit this campsite. This campsite also used to house one ambitious player. 2,000 zombies in like one cell. Huh? Where? Nero is about to go on a suicide mission, but I will give him an M16 made out of vibranium. Go to Valley Station Mall, it will let him out. Same as going on a suicide mission. Okay, this campsite, soccer field well maintained, lots of cars. Some of the cars have already been driven out, redistributed, but there's still quite a number left. Interiors don't look very elaborate, just more cars. The previous player seems to be more obsessed with the vehicles. Mostly vehicle supplies, nothing much. Eh, RIP Math 6. Where do you die? You die in Louisville. Okay, nothing else here. Let's visit West Point. Okay, just use your imagination. Imagine that someone has built a tower in the sky. The tower has been removed for visibility reasons because it is overlooking the highway and it's blocking view of everything below it. So what's left is the furniture that hasn't been taken away. Oh, 要准备了。Okay, due to scheduling reasons, I am unable to continue the stream for much longer. Let me just bring you to West Point Community Center, and then I will end the stream. The stream will be continued probably 6 hours later. Maybe more. And if Build 42 comes before that, then that will be the extent of taking a last look. Okay, maybe I'll have time to view this restaurant converted to player safe house. It's a home away from home, but being in downtown West Point is slightly dangerous. He connects to the food market, so food and supplies probably not gonna be a problem for them. Okay, this is the West Point Community Center. Despite being a built-up area, no one has actually decided to make a community center out of the church here. So instead, the gas station was converted. Okay, its surrounding perimeter being walled off by composters. The interior was spruced up, but the default containers have been left intact. And then these are the living spaces. And because West Point used to have a thriving population, it has earned itself a water body. Other than that, probably just a extended attention of the mod, which is myself. Okay, so I guess I shall stop here for now. And if Build 42 arrives before I can start the next stream, then thank you for watching. If this is the kind of content that you prefer, uh, give it a like. Let me know in the comment sections below. And subscribe. Click the notification button to be informed of future content. And I hope you found this stream to be satisfactory. And watch my other videos if you are interested. It's not just Zomboid content, but after 29 July 2026 US time, probably there will be a lot more Zomboid content because that's what I'll be playing. If I'm not out touching grass. So see you in the next video. Bye.